Good afternoon, Bridge to Life students. I'm Marcus Howard. I was supposed to be your keynote speaker at yesterday's blockchain and cryptocurrency career event, but unfortunately I had a last-minute emergency that I simply couldn't ignore. I want to thank you for making time to attend that event and meet and learn from the incredible speakers that were part of yesterday's lineup, and I want to truly apologize to you for not being able to be there as well. I can't describe how disappointed I am because I was actually looking forward to this opportunity to connect with you literally for weeks. But I do what's called bootstrapping, which is where I actually fund my startup, my esports and gaming blockchain crypto startup, with the salary from my full-time job. So I work 9 to 5 as a programmer, and then on nights and weekends, I grow my company. Occasionally, when I have amazing opportunities to give back to the community like this one, I will work extra hours in the first part of the week in order to open up a small pocket of time and give up my lunch break so I can be parts of opportunities like this and connect with you. And that's what I had planned to do yesterday. But I had some major responsibilities at my full-time job that needed to get taken care of at the time of this event, and I had to make a difficult decision to honor the responsibility for the people who pay me a full-time salary versus connect with all of you. And that's the case for bootstrapping. It's actually the case for life in general. You have to prioritize and manage your time so that you can get the things done that are important to you. And while it is important to me to connect with all of you, it's also important that I continue to stay employed, because not only is it funding my company, but it helps me pay for my rent and my groceries and get diapers for my 2 toddlers, support my family. So it was a difficult decision. I am disappointed that I missed that opportunity, but I'm glad that I have the opportunity to connect with you now. And I'm excited for opportunities to connect with you again in the future. I'm sure you heard a lot of this yesterday, but just as a recap, blockchain technology is basically technology that stores data. It's very similar to a hard drive or a thumb disk or a floppy drive, depending on how old you are. The difference is that blockchain stores data in an encrypted, decentralized, and distributed manner. The reason that's important is that our former architecture and infrastructure for the internet was not designed with encryption and security in mind. 2 great examples. One was Facebook, that Cambridge Analytica disaster that happened, back a couple of elections ago, where they sold off their users' data without the user's consent. The other is the Equifax hack, where they compromised the data for 54% of Americans because the data was all centralized in one place and it wasn't properly encrypted or protected. Again, blockchain is like the internet, like a data storage, a means of sending and receiving and processing information, except its main difference is that it's encrypted by default, it's decentralized, and it's distributed. Cryptocurrency, to extend on this metaphor, is kind of like frequent flyer points or frequent flyer miles with an airline. It's a loyalty, think of it as a loyalty program that is also a currency like the US dollar. The reason that cryptocurrencies exist is that they're generated from a blockchain network as a reward and an incentive for people processing blockchain transactions. So using Bitcoin as an example, Bitcoin stores millions of transactions, and people use their own computers, their laptops, their cell phones, anything that's connected to the internet that's running this application, to process and validate payment transactions. Doing that costs time, and it costs money because it requires electricity to do what's considered mining, which is validating transactions on a blockchain network. Again, in this case, Bitcoin. So, because people are using their own time, money, machines, electricity to process and validate these transactions, the network rewards those users with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. It's very similar to if you do chores at your house. Your parents may either give you an allowance or let you play video games. That's the incentive for you to do work, and that's exactly what cryptocurrency is. Back to career opportunities, I will be sending some emails and resources to Colleen so she can share it with Miss Colleen so she can share it with all of you. I also want to invite you to look up game credits. It's www.gamecredits.org, GAMECREDITS.org. It's the world's first gaming cryptocurrency, was created in 2014. Again, Bitcoin launched in 2009. So depending on who you ask, it's one of the first handful of cryptocurrencies to ever be created. And they are actively recruiting and hiring people both as interns and as full-time employees. So that's a great opportunity if you're looking to get into this space, specifically in the blockchain and gaming cryptocurrency space. Game Credits is a great place to do that. And again, I'll send you some more resources about other places where jobs and internship opportunities exist. I also spoke with Colleen, and it sounds like many of you are interested in learning more about the gaming and esports industry. So I'll be partnering with her and Bridge to Life to bring you some more resources, hopefully join you in a live session, a live conversation to explain to you about the amazing opportunities in the $200 billion video game industry, including the esports segment. There's over 100 lucrative STEAM career opportunities in that space, and I can't wait to share more about all those opportunities with you. As I leave you, I don't want to chew up too much more of your time. I strongly encourage you, if you haven't yet, to create a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a gold mine for personal development, professional development opportunities. I would say about 90% of the business that I've done in my company and in my last company over the last 8 years has come directly from LinkedIn. So I can't stress enough how important it is for you to do networking and to create business and career opportunities out of that. With that said, thank you again for your time. Again, I truly apologize for missing the opportunity to speak with you live, but I have to balance my priorities so I can make sure that my family is taken care of. I'm sure all of you can appreciate and relate to that in some form or another. And this is not the last time we'll connect. So you can find me on LinkedIn at Marcus Esports Howard. You can also email me directly at marcus@metarena.gg. marcus@metarena.gg. And I'm sure we'll connect again in the future. Have a great weekend.